What was that? What was that? That was almost disaster for Real Madrid there, as it is a 3-2 victory for Real Madrid over Talavera. I am sweating. I am dripping after what was almost a massive collapse by Real Madrid in a game that Real Madrid was completely dominating for 70-ish minutes of this game. And then all of a sudden, here comes Talavera, who stormed back. And after their goalkeeper put out a man-of-the-match performance today, after Real Madrid really lackluster performance, didn't seem like we want to be out there. Mbappe, do I want to try? Do I want to do anything like that? Talavera comes back and gets 2 goals late in the last one too, in stoppage time. And they were banging on the door all the way until the final whistle is blown, where Real Madrid wins the game 3-2. Wow. This game was entertaining, in my opinion, from multiple different things. The starting lineup we got to see today, from Talavera having the crazy comeback in this one. I was entertained the whole game. Now, was it a fantastic game? No. I think right away in the beginning of this game, too, I knew this camera angle was going to be bad. I mentioned it to you guys in the preview. I said this camera angle is going to be trash. That's what it was today. The pitch didn't look the best in the world, too. And that was going to be something that we were going to be dealing with in terms of like the ball being a little slower and everything. But what was happening was Real Madrid, even though we were creating all these chances, it just seemed lackadaisical. It just seemed like, yes, we were getting these opportunities. But what happens? It's always a prime Neuer. It's a prime Buffon in the box for the other team. And that's what the Talavera goalkeeper was doing today. Got to give respect to Jaime Gonzalez, who was their goalkeeper today. The guy was absolutely sweating out there. But we need to talk about what almost just was really bad at the end of the game. But if you guys are watching live or if you're watching on the replay, please hit that subscribe button for me. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the live chat and in the comment section below. I appreciate you guys. We're on the road to 10K. Very much appreciate you. This was almost an absolute collapse at the end. I mean, Lunin, incredible save right there at the end. That honestly easily could have been the equalizer. We could be tied up. We could be going to extra time right now if it wasn't for that save from Lunin. But at the same time, man, that was sloppy. I mean, 2 fantastic goals from Talavera at the end of this game. Mbappe gets on the board with a pen in this one. He gets a really good one in the 88th. It's a betrayal and own goal. And yeah, lots to discuss in this one today, guys. Lots to discuss in this one today. Taking a look at the starting 11, we got to see Endrick, Mbappe, Gonzalo Garcia. We'll get to Francisco Garcia, Masantuonis, Ceballos, Arda Garcia, Carreras, Dean House, and Jimenez, and Lunin all got the start tonight. Now, here's the thing. This is a very strong 11 that we got to see out there. This, in my opinion, should have been an 11 that we are dominating the game. I think that it should have been 3-0 at halftime. That's what I thought. And the way that we were actually playing out there, it probably should have been 3-0. But constantly, Gonzalez on their team, on Talavera, was just making saves out there. We need to get a penalty in this one. And here's the thing. Let's just talk about the elephant in the room. That's not a penalty. That's not a penalty at all. This is the issue sometimes when you play a competition like this, where they don't even have VAR. It goes off the guy's head, hits his arm. The referee calls a penalty. He can't take it back because that's how it is in the Copa del Rey. That's how it is in this part of this tournament, right? No VAR. Mbappe gets the penalty. He puts it in the back of the net. Not a pen ever, in my opinion. I'll just clear that air for everybody out there, right? Did we benefit it? Yes. 100%. I'm not going to deny that. But I'll tell you my truth when it comes to that, too. We do get a betrayal right before the second half, too. It is Kylian Mbappe who creates it. And really, we probably should have had literally like 3 goals. I thought Endrick played incredibly well in the first half. Incredibly well. And then all of a sudden, we just can't like get on the finishing product was just horrible today. And I want to talk about Mbappe. Yes, he got on the board twice. I thought Mbappe was poor. I thought the guy didn't like care when he was out there today. There was multiple chances that he had that he just like, I'm just going to chippy chip. I'm just going to try to chip it. I'm just going to do this. I don't understand exactly what Mbappe was doing. Sure, he was probably the best player for Real Madrid today. I mean, yes, he gets on the board twice. But at the same time, I just felt like he just didn't care. And also, why is the guy playing 90 minutes, man? Why is the guy playing 90 minutes? That makes no sense to me. No sense to me. No, I don't understand that. I thought Endrick did good from what we saw, but this was an almost absolute collapse at the end of the game. I mean, it's a great counterattack by Talavera, crosses it over, bounces off, and then it's Arroyo who gets the ball, puts it in the back of the net to make it 2-1. Mbappe scores the third. Beautiful goal outside the box. Gets that one. And then Di Renzo. And here's the thing. Jude Bellingham, he was being a little shifty on the ball, and then he loses the ball, fouls them outside the box, and it's a perfect opportunity for Talavera to get a free kick, and it's a banger free kick, man. It goes over Lunin, bounces off, and then they just put it in the back of the net. This was a scary, scary game to be watching right there at the end, too. Did I ever think that we would lose this game? Not really. Not really. But at the same time, it's disappointing when you look at who was starting for Real Madrid in this one. I mean, when we take a look at my match preview, when I talked about in my match preview, I had all these Castilla players out there. I wanted to be seeing all these players because honestly, guys, we should be seeing all these players out there. We should have seen Thiago Petrarch out there. Jimenez got the start today. I wanted to be seeing João Martinez. We should be smashing teams like this. This is a team is the bottom of the third division. Shout out to my guy, the Football Matrix, for the raid. Very much appreciate you, my guy. These are teams that we should be smashing. And yet, we can't do it. And I know a lot of people are saying, oh, Xabi Alonso. Here's the thing. I don't fully understand why Mbappe played today. That made no sense. In my opinion, he shouldn't have played. At the same time, do we win the game if Mbappe's not out there? Honestly, maybe not. Maybe not if he's not out there. I don't know how much that's a Xabi Alonso decision or if that is a decision from him or if that's an Mbappe decision, because it did look like, he's really trying to get to that Cristiano Ronaldo record with the most goals in a calendar year at Real Madrid. I think he's really trying to break that. He's getting very close. So I'm not sure if that was something that Xabi Alonso was trying to do or he was trying to do a strong 11, because here's the thing. There was no Asensio today. In my opinion, I think Jimenez wouldn't even played. I think Asensio would have been out there, which would have been no other than Franco, which he's technically a Castilla player, guys, but in all honesty, he's not. It would have been a really strong 11 that we got out there. It was a really strong 11 outside of that too. And yes, I'm happy that we get the win, but man, shambles this game almost went into. It almost was a generational hate watch for Barcelona fans out there. But yes, they absolutely make us sweat. And here's the thing, too. When you bring on, a Jude Bellingham, a Tchouameni, Sestero at the end of the game, Rodrigo came on, and we almost draw. We almost have to go to extra time, man. I don't understand it. I don't understand. And you know what else I understand? 300 of you in here, but you guys haven't smashed the like button, too. 29 likes on the video. Smash the like button for me. Very much appreciate you. Where do we begin when it comes to Real Madrid? In my opinion, a couple of things. I thought Fran Garcia was horrible today. Horrible. I don't think he's Real Madrid level. I've been saying that for a while. I thought Jimenez was better than him, in my opinion, today. I actually thought this entire back line was pretty terrible today. I thought Jimenez was fine for what you asked, right? I thought he was fine. It was the first time the guy's ever played first team reps. I thought Dean Howson was awful on the ball. So many times this game, the guy touched the ball and then mistouched it, and then here comes a counterattack from Talavera. What was happening? Danny Ceballos, in my opinion, too, he offers nothing. He passes it to nobody. We were just passing the ball all around. I thought Franco was very disappointing in this game. And I thought Gonzalo Garcia was pretty disappointing, too. I was expecting a lot more from Gonzalo Garcia in this one. And yet, wasn't great. Wasn't great from anybody. And again, I mentioned it already, but I thought Mbappe was bad. From what I'm expecting of Kylian Mbappe like this, it just seemed to me, guys, it seemed like he didn't care in this game. I think you guys would probably agree with that. It just seemed that he was just it's Talavera, it's Copa del Rey. I'll just bang in some goals. I'll do a chippy chip. He missed multiple opportunities. Endrick set him up. Honestly, Endrick should have ended the game with 2 assists because he set perfect balls 2 over to Kylian Mbappe in this one. That Mbappe should be slotting them home. And I don't get it. It seemed like Mbappe felt bad. Like this was his hometown team that if he would have scored against, he'd even celebrate the third goal for Real Madrid. He was kind of hands up, sorry. This team wants to destroy you. This team wants to win. And that's just the thing. We just lack that, killer mentality out there where we just don't dead games off. And, It's something that keeps happening. It happens in La Liga all the time, and these teams are a lot better in La Liga. When it's happening against a Talavera team, no offense to Talavera, all credit in the world for them. They wanted to go into this game, and they wanted to upset Real Madrid, and they were very close right at the end of the game. Very close at the end of the game. I know some of you are saying, is Mbappe injured? I thought Mbappe was injured. That was the thing. Mbappe didn't play against Manchester City. He played over the weekend against Deportivo Alaves. I didn't think he would be playing, but he does get the start. He plays the full 90 minutes. No excuses for Mbappe for this one at all. I still thought he could have been better, though. Shout out to the GOAT. Relic, thank you very much, mate, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Madrid is too narrow with the ball, excessive side passing in tight spaces, invites easy presses, and leads to cheap turnovers that opponents exploit on the counter. If this is choppy ball, it needs help. Relic, I 100% agree with you. We are too narrow with the ball, I would say. We side pass it all the time instead of crossing the ball into the box. Constantly doing that. And we're just not that good when it comes to actually sitting on the ball and making things work. We're not really good when it comes to that at all. We do invite these cheap presses from them and these turnovers that all of a sudden this other team's on the counterattack, and all of a sudden we're running all the way back, man. It happens game after game, time after time. We keep seeing that. And I don't know. I don't get why this team continues to be doing some of the things that they're doing, or the lack thereof doing. We just lack that killer instinct when it comes to this game. And, it's embarrassing, and it's honestly leaves me with a lot of questions. When Jude Bellingham and Tchouaméni are coming on, and you're taking off, who comes off of this one? Arda Güler, Endrick come off in that one too, and then Sestero comes on for Dani Ceballos. You should be bossing this game. This game, at a moment, had Mbappe out there, had Gonzalo Garcia, had Endrick and Rodrigo out there, had Arda Güler out there too, and you still can't win the game. You still can't put this game away. I don't get it, man. I don't get it at all. But it is what it is. Luxon, appreciate you, the GOAT. Appreciate you with the super chat, my guy. Dally, I will say this. This is not my Madrid. We lack focus, and we are too predictable. 100% agree with you, Luxon. Appreciate the super chat, my guy. 100%. The thing is right now, we do lack that, killer instinct when it comes to Real Madrid and when it comes to finishing. And it's something I've talked about time and time again. I mean, honestly, even like the first two goals, penalty, shouldn't have been a penalty, in my opinion. Bad call, bad handball. Why they don't have VAR, I don't know. I told you guys I don't like this competition. I told you it's a weird competition. It's a backup competition. How can I take it that serious, right? But it's kind of the same thing. It didn't matter if this was Copa del Rey. It didn't matter if it's Champions League. It didn't matter if it's La Liga. It's the same Real Madrid that we're seeing out there. It doesn't matter if it's the starters or if it's the backups. It's the same thing that we're seeing out there, where they do lack focus. They are way too predictable, and there's a lot of attack, but nothing concrete in there, right? Yes, we had a couple shots on target that we probably should have been up 2-0. But at the same time, we just lack that killer instinct that we should not be relying on getting a penalty. We should not be relying on getting a betrayal, an own goal. I love calling it betrayal too, FYI, if you guys don't know. An own goal. That's what it took to be up 2-0. The third goal was fantastic by Mbappe, just banged it in. But we had multiple chances in that first half that Mbappe should have been putting multiple away, that Endrick should have been putting some away, that Gonzalo Garcia, Franco Mastantuono, Arda Güler. The list goes on and on, that we need to be putting these away. And instead, we let these teams creep around, kind of just do their thing, and then here comes Talavera 2-1. We go up 3-1. Here comes Talavera 3-2. It continues to happen game after game, time after time for this Real Madrid team, that we are just missing that killer instinct. And it kind of goes back to leadership. Who's the leader for Real Madrid right now? Tell me who the leader is. Technically, it'd be Dani Carvajal, followed by Fede Valverde, followed by Vinny Jr., followed by Thibaut Courtois. Lunin was the captain today until Rodrigo came on. Who's the captain of this team? Who's the person who's, grabbing them by the neck and bossing them around and dictating and say, you go do this, you go do this. This is what we need to do. Lock it in. I don't think we have that. I don't think we have that right now. And I think that's a glaring issue that we see time and time again. I think that's a huge issue that we see for this Real Madrid team. We get Jermaine says, Daly, we get everyone's best punch because of Real Madrid. It's hard. Everyone's gets up for Real Madrid. That is true. Real Madrid is everybody's Champions League final. It is what it is. You have to call it for it. Every team wants to get up. I mean, these kids, the teams that were playing Talavera, they're probably Madridistas at the end of the day. They're probably subscribed to the channel. They're probably taking a look right now and saying, what did Dallyfc say about me in his match reaction? That's what these guys are probably doing, because this is a third team. They don't often get to play a Real Madrid. It doesn't happen often. That's why you see what was happening at halftime. They were saying, Mbappe, sign my kid. I want to, sign my kid, everything like that. That's what these people want. They want to be getting these signatures and everything. But at the same time, they want to destroy Real Madrid. They want to say, hey, I'm just as good. I'm just as good, if not better, than you. And when you're giving them the chance, man, when you're giving them the chance, leaves me with questions. Guys, I want to hear from you. Who you blaming? Are you Xabi Alonso in? Are you Xabi Alonso out? Let me know in the comment section below and the live chat. I want to hear from you. Who are you blaming for lackluster performance? Almost was an absolute disaster that this game was, man. It almost was a disaster, though. But it is what it is. Shout out to my guy, Football Carnage, for the raid. Very much appreciate you, my guy, Will. Appreciate you. Smash that subscribe button. Like the video if you guys are new around here. I appreciate it. Mbappe, the only player who made all the goals count, and I'm blaming him. Here's the thing. Let's talk Mbappe. Real quick, I'll talk Mbappe after the super chat. Thank you very much, Sujan, for the super chat. Very much appreciate you. Bro, we are cooked for the rest of the season. The GOAT, man. And WTF, his opponent's keeper today. He was saving everything except that Mbappe goal. Sujan, the GOAT, man. Thank you very much for the super chat. Appreciate you. He was saving absolutely everything today, man. That guy was Buffon, prime Buffon. He was prime Neuer. He was prime any keeper in the world. That's what this guy was doing. And that's what happens sometimes when you're playing Real Madrid. These keepers just go to another level. I am blaming Mbappe, though. Sujan, very much appreciate the super chat. And are we cooked for the season? Yeah, there's a good chance. Mate. But when it comes to Mbappe, right? I'm blaming Mbappe because what continues to be happening, the guy could have ended this game in the first half. Like, that's just the truth. The guy wasn't, like, fully trying out there. If you go and watch this game, can you actually say that this guy was trying his ass off out there? I can't say that at all. So, but I don't know. Luxon, appreciate you. The GOAT, man. It's time we stop using Alvaro Carrera as a center back. His positioning is poor in set pieces. Luxon, I 100% agree with you, mate. Thank you very much for the super chat. 100%. Alvaro Carrera is not a center back. That cannot be happening anymore. Why is that happening? Why are we seeing him every single time at the center back position? Because every single time I have to see the guy, he's trash there. He is a left back. He's good at left back. I was not surprised that he got the start today, but what I was surprised with is how bad his positioning continues to be. Put a Joan Martinez out there, man. Put a Rudiger out there. I mean, like, if you're going to go with, like, a strong 11, why are we putting, like, here's the thing. I think two things can be true. I think Alvaro Carrera is horrible at center back, and I also think Fran Garcia is horrible at the left back position. I would rather go see Valdepeñas. I wanted Valdepeñas to be doing this. I mean, from what we saw the other day from Valdepeñas to Fran Garcia today, and Fran Garcia, the entire season, it's been terrible. I mean, not even saying Valdepeñas did anything incredible out there. Just Fran, man, just on the attack. It's just bad. Guys, I'm not blaming Mbappe for the whole performance. What I'm saying is we could have ended this game in the beginning. Mbappe wasn't at the best today. Like, call it for what it is, right? Let's not pretend like Mbappe was incredible today. Mbappe was not the problem, but he was not incredible. But he could have been the solution. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying about Mbappe, right? This is a Xabi issue after the game. Zero excuse. Casilla held 0 goals and held 2. This is nuts. Yeah. No, 100%. It's an interesting thing. It's an interesting thing that we are dealing with right now when it comes to this Real Madrid team. Continuously, we are having to hold on tight just to get a win, man. Just to get a win against Talavera. What are we doing? What are we doing? That is a questionable thing. But this is what happens sometimes in the Copa del Rey, guys. This is what happens. None of these games, you take a look at what was happening in all these matches too. It's not pretty. I mean, here's the thing. Valencia, I'm pretty sure, did they get not Valencia? Who got knocked out today? Who got knocked out? I was looking for it. I saw it. Oh, Villarreal got knocked out in this game. They got knocked out by Racing Santander. Did you guys even know that was a team? Honestly, That's what happens in the Copa del Rey. I mean, if you watch Barcelona yesterday, they struggled too. They struggled in the game. Did they give up any goals? No. They struggled to even score in that game, though. This is what happens sometimes in these games. This is their Champions League final. This is their World Cup final for Talavera. They do not play, honestly, they do not play a bigger game than they played today. Look at their schedule. Look at their schedule. They do not play a bigger game than they played today. That is 100% fact. This is their everything. This is what they dream about playing. These are people, like I said, that they are probably fans of. And there's nothing that they want more than to go out there, prove them wrong, prove everybody wrong, and get a win over Real Madrid. They almost did it today. They almost did it today. But realistically, that is something that you can be blaming Real Madrid for. You can be blaming Xabi Alonso for it. You can be blaming the players for it. A lot of people you could be blaming for a position like that, a game like that, where it was almost an absolute disaster today. So, why should all burden be on Mbappe? He needs to score a pen, create an own goal, and score a goal. Still, you expect him to do all against the third division of the league club. What are other players for? You know, Jojo, I don't disagree with you, right? I don't disagree. But at the same time, he had at least two chances, maybe even three, that were passes from Endrick that he should probably be putting in the back of the net. Just being real. I'm just being real. Watch the game. Watch the effort that we saw from Mbappe today. If you want to tell me that he was full on effort out there, that's your opinion. And this is my opinion. I don't believe so. At the same time, Gonzalo Garcia should have done better. Endrick probably should have scored some of these goals. Arda Güler should have been better. Franco Masantuono should have been better. Everybody should have been better, guys. Like, that's the thing. But when we talk about Mbappe, when you talk about like finishing, the guy had chances to really put this game away. That's what I'm saying. Is it his fault that we gave away goals at the end? No. I'm not saying that. Jude Bellingham could be blamed for that easily. That foul that by him when he was trying to control the ball, get out of a bad situation, he fouls him, gives Talavera a great opportunity. Huge blame on Jude Bellingham for that one. Lunin can't do anything. I don't think any keeper in the world is going to be saving that one. Bounces off the back, they tap it in to make it, 3-2. This was just a game that is really the epitome of Real Madrid's season so far, where it continues to be a struggle, continues to be a grind. We can't just have an easy win. We can't just have a 5-0. 3-0. 3-0, I would have been happy. 3-0, I would have been happy. But even then, we can't do it. Even then, we can't do it. I thought you guys were saying Arda Güler. I thought Arda was good. I thought he was pretty good today. I still would like him to be a little bit more adventurous and a little bit more control I would like to see from him, really running it up and really being a little bit more direct. I feel like he's a little bit more passive sometimes. Beautiful free kick, though, from him, right? Beautiful. Honestly, probably should have been goal. But the Gonzalez for them was outstanding today. Their keeper, my man in the match, in my opinion. I thought he was incredible. He also had a very, very good pass to Kylian Mbappe in this game. That was an incredible pass. So I would agree with you. I did think Arda was pretty good today. Pretty good. The GOAT, Lux and Gideon, man, very much appreciate Super Chat. We lack creating midfielder. We lack leadership. We lack intensity. Spot on, mate. Spot on. 100% agree with you. The thing is, with that, we do lack the creating midfielder. We lack somebody who can control the ball, send it up, really dictate the pace of play. Because what was happening is we just send it out wide, send it back out to the other wide. Cross into the box, okay, here comes the counterattack. Or we don't even get it to that far. We just lose the ball from a bad pass. Here comes a cheap counterattack, like you guys said. The leadership is a huge thing, and I think that goes hand in hand with the intensity. Who's the leader for Real Madrid? I want to hear from you in the comment section below in the chat. Tell me who the leader is for Real Madrid right now. Courtois? Carvajal? I mean, honestly, are any of them leaders? Like, Nacho was an elite leader for what we need. Fede Valverde is a captain most of the time. Is Fede the most verbal person out there? No. You need somebody. You need a Sergio Ramos out there. You need a Nacho out there. You need somebody to go in there and tell these players what the hell they need to be doing and to bring that intensity that this team lacks. They're too chill, man. Look at Dean Howson. The dude's just chill. He's a chill guy, man. Alvaro Carreras, he's a chill guy. They're too passive. They're too chill. I feel like you are missing that intensity out there, and you're missing it from a leader. I'm not sure if Xabi Alonso needs to be the one who's doing it. I'm not sure if a player needs to be doing it. Somebody needs to be doing it to bring that intensity to this Real Madrid team that we just continue to miss. We continue to be missing out there. That's the thing. That is the thing out there. And that's one of the issues that I have with this Real Madrid team. And that's the thing, too. You can't just go buy a leader. That's not something you can buy. You can buy a striker. You can buy a midfielder. A leader is something that you were born with. And unfortunately, right now, I don't think any of these players are born leaders out there. I really don't. I think Thibaut Courtois is probably the closest thing that you have to it. And even then, he's not. I wouldn't even say he's the best leader out there. That's one of my issues, too. You guys are mentioning it, too. Dean Howson today, stinker. I mean, the guy has dropped off a cliff compared to what I thought he was in the Club World Cup. I thought he was incredible. He had one really good pass in this game. That's about it. He had more mistakes in this game than he had good things. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. Too many kids on the squad? Yeah, lots. We took Endrick off, and then we gave up 2 goals. Endrick was incredible today. I'll be honest. I'm very firm in the keep Endrick camp. I thought Endrick continues to be very good, man. I mean, when he was out there, not only the press from him, he wins the ball back. He had 2 beautiful passes to Kylian Mbappe today that I said that we probably should have got goals, man. But we continue to struggle, man. We continue to struggle. Can't put them away. Can't finish sometimes. And really, you should not be struggling against CF, Talavera, De La Reina. You should not be struggling. Matrix says, we're finished, brother. Maybe, man. I don't think this is breaking news, though. So it's Copa de Endrick. Why sub him off? Carvajal is a leader. Carvajal's never healthy, though, man. It's the same thing. With Carvajal. Even then, I mean, yes, sometimes I think he's a leader, but I don't know. At the end of the day, man, I don't know how good of a leader he is. But either way, we move on. We get to the next round. We escape almost a disaster today against Talavera. And we move on to the next round of the Copa del Rey. I told you the Copa del Rey, it's always difficult, man. It's not my favorite competition. You know, first of all, the camera angle today, trash. The pitch, kind of trash. The play, very much trash by Real Madrid. And, you know, I was having a good time right up until the end. But either way, it is what it is. It is what it is for Real Madrid. And we move on. Not the prettiest W, but you get the result. Nothing I'm going to be bragging about to anybody about this result. I'm not going to be talking any smack about that. I will tell other people their team's trash because, hey, it's true. But we move on and we face Sevilla at home this weekend too. And that's going to be a very, very tough game in La Liga at home in the Santiago Bernabeu. You know, normally I would say we feel good. We feel good about the Santiago Bernabeu. Not lately. And Sevilla put, 5 past Barcelona? They put 5 past them before. This is a team that can get at us. And without the urgency, without the creativity out there, and with so many things that we're running into right now, I can't predict any game right now for Real Madrid to be amazing, to be absolutely incredible right now for Real Madrid, and any guaranteed wins, because right now for Real Madrid, I don't think those exist. And that's a hard truth. That's a bitter truth, and not something I like to be saying, but is just kind of the reality right now when it comes to Real Madrid. And when it comes to Real Madrid football, we need to be better, man. We need to be better. And it's all good, man. It's all good at the end of the day. Vinny to PSG. Hey, PSG almost had a stinker today against Flamengo. They almost had a stinker today. To be honest, Flamengo kind of got screwed. I want to see Vinny to PSG. I want to see it. Let's see. What are you guys saying right now? Let's see. I think the 3-5-2 is the best formation in the strength of the squad. We should forget the 4-2-2-2. I would like to see the 3-5-2. The GOAT, man. Lux and Gideon, very much appreciate you. I would like to see the 3-5-2 get back there. I think that we did a lot of very good things when we saw the 3-5-2. And we were probably at our best, you know, in the Club World Cup. We were really hitting it on all cylinders at a time. In the beginning of the season, I thought we were pretty good too. But I don't know. I still think that we lack that other finisher out there. I think we lack being able just to smash a team. We can't do that consistently enough, man. So hopefully, you know, I'm open to anything. Absolutely. Let's see. The 90s Kid Gaming, thank you very much for the super chat. Appreciate you. Chill and silent players can't be captains. Captain has to be calling out players, dictating game, shouting for intensity, leadership, and motivation. Man, I 100% agree. The GOAT, man. 90s Kid Gaming, very much appreciate you for the super chat. That's the thing. And I'll end it here. with Real Madrid, somebody has to step up and be a leader. I don't know if it's the manager. You know, here's the thing too with the manager. The guy is coaching for his job. I'm not sure if Xabi Alonso chose to be putting Kylian Mbappe out there. I'm not sure if Kylian Mbappe put himself out there and said, this is what I'm going to be doing. But you need somebody to dictate these games and to really, you know, all these players are too chill out there. They're too chill. That will not work. The intensity has to be out there. You look at other teams. They have a true leader out there who's going to bark and dictate exactly what needs to be happening. For Real Madrid, we lack that person. And again, that's not something you can just go buy. You can't buy leadership. That's something that has to be, you know, born with. You have to be born with that. And for Real Madrid right now, we don't have it. We don't have it. It's going to be a long season. There's probably going to be a lot more ups and downs. And we will have to see exactly what happens. But guys, I appreciate every single one of you. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, like the video. We'll be back. Match preview coming for the Sevilla game. I have a collab dropping tomorrow with the Football Matrix on the channel. And of course, instant reaction, match reaction right after the Real Madrid versus Sevilla game. Guys, appreciate all of you. Love you all very much. Appreciate all the super chats, all the support on the channel, guys. On the road to 10K. If you guys haven't already, again, subscribe button, like the video, hype the video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. Appreciate you all.